Happy day everyone. In this video we are going to see the topic bryophytes from the chapter Plant Kingdom. Biophytes includes mosses and liverworts. The habitat of biophytes are mostly in moist shaded hills and damp and humid shaded areas. This is where we can see the bryophytes mostly. And coming to the structure, the structure was like thallus. That is, thallus like means it don't have possess true root, stem or leaf. It has stem like, roots like structure, and this might be erect, and also it is attached to the substratum, say rock, by the rhizome. These rhizomes might be unicellular or multicellular. These bryophytes are called as amphibians of the plant kingdom. Generally, what is amphibians? Amphibian means which lives in both water and land, because these bryophytes, even though they are land plants, they depend on water for their sexual reproduction. That's why it is called as amphibians of the plant kingdom. So at this point I have already said they lack true root, stem and leaves. So their main plant body will be haploid, that is gametophytic stage. So they will be producing gametophyte. Coming to the sex organ, the sex organs are multicellular. So the sex organs of bryophytes, this is the male, which is the antheridium, and the female is archegonium. The antheridium will produce anthrazoids, which will be biflagellate, and the archegonium will be producing single egg, which is the flash shaped, that is called as archegonium. The anthrazoids will be moving towards the archegonium via water, and after that there will be a zygote formation, which is of diploid. As I say, the main plant body will be haploid. After the zygote formation, it will be changing as to diploid. Then it will be forming the multicellular sporophyte, which does not undergo meiosis immediately. After this, the meiosis will not be happening immediately. It will be dependent on the gametophyte for the nutrition and also for the place. Then only some of the spores from the multicellular sporophyte will be undergoing meiosis, and it will be again forming the haploid gametophyte, which is the main plant form. So this is how the reproduction in bryophytes will happen. And talking about the economic importance, the mosses, as I already said, the mosses and liverworts belongs to the bryophytes. The mosses will be used for a herbaceous mammal and also for birds and other animals as food, and sphagnum, which is also a moss, is used in fuel and also as a packaging material due to its high water holding capacity. Then the mosses along with the lichens are the first one to colonize rock. This is the important point. The first species to colonize rock is mosses along with the lichen. Then it is also said that it will be helped in reducing the soil erosion by forming the dense mats in the land. So which means it also reduces the impact of rainfall and more. So examples of bryophytes are mosses and liverworts. Let's talk about liverworts in detail. Liverworts also, as I said, it will be living in maximum of the humid and shaded areas. For example, bank of streams and back of streams. They are also having the thalloid structure, and the liverworts will be dorsiventral, and they are also closely oppressed to the substratum. As I already said here, the rhizomes are helping them to attach to the substratum. In the case of liverworts, they are closely oppressed. They are being close to the substratum, and they will be having root-like, stem-like, leaf-like structure. On the stem-like structure, they are having some tiny leaf-like appendages. This is also leaf-like. So coming to the reproduction, the asexual reproduction is by fragmentation or by gemma formation. What is the gemma? This gemma are asexual buds and multicellular and are green in color. Where this gemma are produced, they are produced in the gemma cups, and once after maturity, these will be getting detached from the gemma cups, and it will produce a new individual of liverwort. This is asexual reproduction. And coming to the sexual reproduction, the male and female gametes can be produced on the same thalli or different thalli. So the sporophyte, as we discussed here, After all this process, it will be forming sporophyte, which is of multicellular, and that will undergo meiosis to produce gametophyte. That is a general case in bryophyte. So talking about the sporophyte of liverworts, it will be differentiated into food, seta, and capsule. So after meiosis, the spores will be produced that will be stored within the capsule. So then the spores will form new individual, which is free living gametophyte, which is the main plant body of all bryophytes. This is about liverworts. Then talking about mosses, the mosses of the mosses has two different stages, which the predominant stage of gametophyte is of two different stages, which is protonema and also leafy stage. The protonema will be directly from the spore. The spores which are produced during the reproduction, from that spore the protonema will be developed, and the leafy stage is developed from the secondary protonema. So to see about the structural difference between them, the protonema will be creeping, green, branch, and also frequently filamentous. Coming to the leafy stage, will be upright, slender axis, and spirally attached leaves will be there. And also the 6 organs are present in the leafy stage only. The vegetative fragmentation or by budding. The vegetative reproduction in mosses is by fragmentation or by budding in the secondary protonema, which is the leafy stage. And also, as I said, the leafy shoots will be containing 6 organs here. Here also the spores, it is sporophytes or differentiated food, seta, and capsule. And after the meiosis, it will be producing gametophyte and it will form a new individual. So this is overall about bryophytes.